1. Good morning, SMF Street Traders. Today's date, 10/9/2010. The wonderful thing of it is we're gathered here today to do one thing. We're gathered here to put together our earnings strategies for Apple, just like we do every earnings season, every quarter. And what we're taking a look at here is a call and put ratio. Some of these are no longer needed because we already own the 260 call. That was up huge. The last print was $34. Why didn't you buy them when they were at $2? Okay. That 270 call is up 21.3%. The one that we have, that $300 call, up 52.8% on the day. So we're going to go through, this is this expiration that starts on Monday through Friday. We're going to do the analysis that there was $545 million that came into the equity on Friday's money flow. It's right there before your wonderful eyes. So you can take a look at where the broader, bigger institutional community is, and the mutual fund community, and maybe even the financial advisory community. So, yes, they are the biggest dopes. So, basically, we are taking a look at where the conviction is, the breakout, and I'm going to go over the monthly chart. I'm going to move this aside. In the secondary video, we will do the call and put strategy, because unlike Google and Apple, we do enjoy making the money on the best of the breed. Then, in the second video, we'll address all of the risk management trading scenarios that MMTs are taught. Today is Saturday, SMF Street Traders, and what I have here is a report. Apple to make the iPhone for Verizon Wireless, and Apple to offer the iPhone for compatibility with the Verizon Wireless network. And as MMTs can see right here very clearly, here, MMTs, Apple plans to do that. This was news that had been out or leaked quite a while ago, in my view. But the point of it is, come Monday, it's going to be a big headline, because the headline is coming out now. And the iPhone is now available only through AT&T Inc. Adding that Verizon Wireless, the nation's largest mobile phone operator, could significantly boost sales of Apple's phones. And it would, which face rising competition from smartphones that use the Google Inc.'s Android operating system. The New York Times is citing an anonymous source briefed by Apple, reported the development late Friday. The Wall Street Journal also reported the move earlier this week, and that's where I said I thought I'd heard about it. But nonetheless, what we're going to take a look at is, even though that the stock is overbought, here's some more news. A spokeswoman for Verizon Wireless declined to comment on the matter, like they always do. A spokesman for Apple said he wouldn't comment on speculation either. So they're already trying to create some, meaning that the cat is out of the bag. It's going to be true, and they're not wanting to comment on it so that you can be uncertain about it. It's long been rumored, and it has, that a version of the iPhone would soon be made for Verizon Wireless. Executive earlier this week downplayed the possibility of the iPhone. Why do they downplay it? Because they know that you're going to make money on it, so therefore they're greedy for not releasing the true news, in my view. And I think that the public should have complete disclosure instead of rumor disclosure. It is what it's going to be. iPhone could be made available later for a faster Verizon Wireless network. That's the news there. The hype of the stock is that that's going to get played in. So once again, that's the SMF Street Apple iPhone Verizon Wireless report. Now, having said all of that, what we're going to do is I'm going to pull up some charts, and I'm going to pull up a monthly chart and share with the MMTs. This is a monthly chart. Right here, the last time that we got 92.43% overbought on a monthly, that's this indicator, percent K, percent DS, they're all the same. Percent DA is up there. CCI at the time was burning 150, and right when we got to that 92.43% drop, bam! This dropped. Now, granted that this calculation here is 90.67% on a monthly overbought, meaning that it's going to be harder on an intraday level. The more overbought you get on a monthly level, the higher that price action will be to break through new horizons and new 52-week high resistances. Because if you gap up on Monday, you're going to sell down back to support, and we're going to continue to do that. Now, options expiration is this week. We're going to be looking at that November call and put scenario. And yes, you can stay overbought for a long time, but I will tell people there'll be a time in here where MMTs will be getting the short side of Apple once all the news and all the great things have got out, because basically it's pricing everything in that I just mentioned on the videotape. It's ran in anticipation. It's being bought by the rumor, sell the news, buy in anticipation. So when it becomes reality, that's a good time to ring the cash register. The chart pattern down here is an Apple weekly chart versus monthly chart. And what we're seeing here is that this 3-week move here off of this bottom engulfing weekly bar, what used to be resistance has become new support. That's traditional stuff. That doesn't make MMTs, don't make decisions on that, but however, that's what the public would be looking at. What we are going to be looking at is where there are any changes in your platform. The percent DS on a weekly is only 84. So there is room to go higher here versus looking at that monthly. But once that gap and that news and that upper side gets put in, we're going to have some pullback somewhere in the cycle. I didn't say that had to be today, but what I am seeing here, MMTs, is one thing. When the price was rising, when I was over here and that high, I had a CCI of 225. The problem within the up move of that resistance is that the CCI fall to 168 and to 147. There's something wrong with that. You cannot fall here and expect that this is going to go lower and that this is going to have sustainability to high. It doesn't work that way. What does work, though, is when this starts to go back up in value, somehow, when that goes back up in value, that's where you can break out up. You got to go back up in value. You can't keep descending here into CCI as a standard indicator, but that's not what the MMTs really make their decision on. But however, they're aware of what